Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome. My name is Alyssa, and this is my New Direction channel. We are going to be doing things a little bit differently here. Instead of your typical horoscope monthly readings, I'm going to be doing things just a little different. I'm going to be doing situational readings. So if you find that the title has jumped out at you and you're kind of drawn in and you read the description of the video and you're like, maybe there's something in this, then maybe this video is for you to check out. And if you watch this video and there wasn't anything for you in it to take away, that's fine too. You know, it is a general reading, so not everything is going to resonate with everybody. There is so many wonderful videos out there, you know, so many talented readers. I highly recommend that, you know, you find some good solid readers that you absolutely love, you know, and for your sun, your moon, and your rising sign. There's so many different pick a card talented readers, and if you're looking to, you know, really expand your mindset and your inner that inner kind of like fire that you have going on, YouTube and videos like this, these are wonderful spots to start that journey. Now, before I do go any further, I am not a professional. I am merely just how would you even describe that? A spiritual life enthusiast, I think, is how I would describe myself. You know, I'm just interpreting the cards how they fall out by my own, you know, in my own way. This is not a professional reading, so, you know, don't go and hold what I am saying by any means as God's truth. But if there's something in this video, you know, that you can take away, then I really hope that you know, that you do, and I hope that this does help if this is in your situation. Now, this reading is going to be on a broken heart. I meditated earlier on the kind of the subjects of the reads that I was going to do today, and broken heart was the second one of my topics for today. So we are going to get right into it. I really don't know where it's going to go from there. That's just kind of the topic. Again, as I said, this is a general reading, so if it doesn't resonate for you, I do encourage you to look further. I have already shuffled all the decks. We will be using 5 decks, 3 tarots, and an oracle and an angel deck. So we're just going to get right into it, okay? All right. So the first deck that we're using is the Light Seers, and it is by Chris Ann. So let's just, Spirit, today we are asking for some guidance on a broken heart. What is the guidance for the collective on the broken heart? Those who have come to this video and have been drawn to it, what is the message, Spirit, that you have in regards to this broken heart? Okay, all right. So at the bottom of the deck, there was this beautiful 6 of Cups. And 6 of Cups is really about reflections, you know. And I think sometimes, definitely after broken hearts, there is always that time for reflection. You know, relationships or broken hearts, like this does not have to be, you know, romantic relationships. Broken hearts happen in all aspects of our lives. And I think sometimes we take for granted maybe how other certain, you know, relationships in our life actually, you know, when that heartbreak does happen, how intense and how much it can actually really affect us going forward. So the Six of Cups, you know, this is a reflection card. This is really, you know, thinking about the good times of the old. Like, look at, here's that old man, he's sitting with his dog and he's dreaming. You know, he's thinking back to the day of, you know, being young, and, you know, this is kind of before, you know, life happens, right? Before all the growing and stuff and the innocence. So, I've pulled 6 cards as like a storyline, and then I've pulled 3 cards as a clarifier. So the first 3 that were pulled, the first one is the Two of Wands, followed by the Fool, followed by the Sun. So I know that this is a video, like the subject on this video is heartbreak. But sometimes after heartbreak, there is a brand new, beautiful beginning, and that is exactly what I am seeing here. The Two of Wands is really about a brand new direction, right? And it is kind of, I mean, there's two, you know, it can be actually in work, it can be in relocating. The Two of Wands to me is like, you know, there can be different ways, different ideas, different options of how to kind of get to the same place. But the Two of Wands is definitely like, look at all those options, right? There's plenty of things out there. So the Two of Wands is a very positive, forward moving, you know, this is kind of like, well, it's the second stepping stone, you know, it is a 2, so it is the second stepping stone kind of to the journey. And then the Fool though was right after that. So I mean, this is the beginning journey to all things, right? The Fool in this deck, I absolutely love. This girl here is really just trusting spirit. She has this creative staff in her one hand, and she's, you know, got her beautiful orb, her crystal in this other hand. And see how she is like just falling off this cliff? She is falling off this cliff and just releasing herself into spirit, releasing herself into the faith that something out there is going to catch her, that this higher power, this belief that she has, whatever the case may be, whoever the case may be, that she is trusting in the process. And followed by that Two of Wands, you know, especially when this video is based off of, like, our subject here is heartbreak, and it is saying there's a new beginning. Just because you have been broken and that heartbreak has happened, there's a brand new beginning for this whole new way to self, this whole new beginning of self, right? And the sunshine is after it. So like, this beginning is a wonderful beginning. It is as bright and happy and cheery as you could possibly imagine. So after that, you have the Nine of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, and the King of Wands. So this Nine of Pentacles, like this girl here, baby, she's got it all. She is in her garden, and she has all these beautiful pentacles that are just, if you can see the greenery, that is just, you know, it's hanging and it's growing, it's in wheelbarrows, there's pentacles everywhere. She is just, and she's in white, so she is enlightened. She is happy to be here. She has put all of the hard work in and all of the time, and this is really like, the Nine of Pentacles is really like a completion to, like, yes, you have made it. You know, you made it through that heartbreak. You took the faith, you let go of what no longer served you. Because, I mean, heartbreak is enough to stop us all. You know, there's certain heartbreaks, and there's heartbreak, I think, in life that's larger, and, you know, and a lot, you know, the death of loved ones and stuff. Like, those aren't things that you just, you know, one day be like, well, that's it, switch a light switch and I'm moving forward. No. And I'm definitely, this isn't that kind of heartbreak. I'm going to go with, this is more of a lighter side of a heartbreak, and maybe it's not. And if it's not, please don't think that I am by any means underplaying this. There's a lot of, this heartbreak has happened, but this Two of Wands is a very hopeful new beginning, right? Like this girl here, she's looking out the window, and she is definitely, like, those are bright, beautiful, you know, colors of inspiration back here, right? So she is very hopeful for this new beginning. She is there. She's not, you know, it's not a reading full of, you know, tens of swords and nines of swords and cutting things. No, that's not what I'm seeing here. This is very much, there has been heartbreak and there has been things that, yes, have really, you know, set you back, but you are in this brand new beginning. Like you are very open, you know, and I love that. 2020 has been, I mean, we're only into February, but to me 2020 is a year where, you know, there is just so much change happening, so much evolving happening. I mean, we have 6 eclipses in this year. Like even, you know, even our universe and our stars and our planets and stuff, like there is change happening all the time. Everything is just, this is a booming year for us. And I feel that as people, you know, as beings, as these self-aware beings that we are, there are going to be plenty who are, you know, wanting to, like, you're feeling all this excitement and you're ready to make this change, you know, you're ready to grow. And then there's going to be others who are like, nope, no, I'm not there yet. And those ones are, I think, are gonna, like, this is going to be a really tough year for people who are really afraid to open up to this whole new change and all of these new things that are, because this is a big year for us, guys. So hold on to your socks. You know, if you're dealing with this heartbreak at the beginning of the year, let's just deal with it right now. You know, wrap this up so that you can move on and you can continue onto this next year. And I really feel like this reading is very much saying that. So behind this, sorry, I got way sidetracked there. But behind this 9 of Pentacles was this Queen of Cups. So this is a water sign, right? And your water signs are Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But aside, like, let's not, you know, let's not worry too much about the signs. If that's, you know, not you or your partner, that's not a big deal. It's who this woman actually stands for. That is the big deal here. So this woman, like, this is like, the Queen of Cups is kind of, she very much resembles the High Priestess. You know, she is so in tune. She is just, if you look at this, you know, she's got this beautiful crown above her head because she is the queen, but she is sitting peacefully in this water. So there's so much abundance to her. And cups is emotions. So there's just this wealth of, she is just like this wealth of emotion. And, you know, and she is in peace here. So she's just got these beautiful, you know, it looks like water, but it's like, we're gonna go with holy water because she looks like she is definitely shooting holy water from her hands. And this is just saying, you know, release that, you know, through this new journey and through really coming to terms with, you know, this movement forward, to just letting go of the things that do not serve you in life, to letting go of the things that, you know, all the hurt, all the pain, whatever the case may be, to letting that go and just being open to all these new possibilities, you know, to this whole new self-awareness, you know. And the King of Wands, he was behind that. Now, this is a fire sign, so this could be your Aries, Leo, or your Sagittarius. But again, we're not getting held up on, you know, on the signs of these cards. You know, this man, this is a king of passion and creativity. You know, he is the king of fire. And he is, you know, he's a very passionate king. You know, he's creative to the things that he is bringing forth in life. And, you know, and I think that, you know, this doesn't necessarily have to be a person. This Queen of Cups and this King of Wands, this can be a combination of who you are right now, who you have come to be, you know, past this heartbreak. You know, you are this abundance, or I got stuck on that word, but you know, you have this massive abundance of emotion and this emotional depth and and just so much wealth to your inner strength, you know. And I think that's a big one. Like, you know, sometimes people, I think, take for granted how important it is to be so stinking solid in your own emotions and in your own you know, in your own inner world. And this king of creativity, you know, I think he is really just being like, okay, boo, you know, you've done it. You are solid and you are a passionate, you know, on fire kind of human being, you know? So I really see those two kind of being all of the same. And if not, it could be two totally different people. You could be this Queen of Cups or this King of Wands, and your person could be the other, right? So the clarifiers for that on you are this Eight of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. I love this Queen of Wands. Okay, so the Eight of Swords, you know, you've got this girl, and she's looking into the mirror, into her reflection, right? And her reflection, she is tied, she is blindfolded, she is trapped. Notice how this girl is not. She's not blindfolded. She's not trapped at all. She's staring into a reflection, into a fear of thinking, I'm stuck. I'm stuck and I'm not going to get anywhere from here. You know, and that is crippling. That is crippling, especially after heartbreak, you know. I think sometimes after heartbreak, it's a common thing to be like, oh, I've put so much time, I've put so much effort into this. How can I possibly go forward in life? I'm stuck. I'm bound to, you know, all of this hurt and all of this pain, but you're not. You're not. There comes a point where you just need to accept the fact that it is going to hurt to confront that fear. It's going to hurt to confront that pain. It's going to hurt to confront that rejection. It's going to hurt to confront whatever that may be. But repressing all of that fear and all of those negative energies and all that emotion, that's going to be twice as hard. And in the long run, 10 times as detrimental to your actual inner peace. You know, you need this King of Pentacles. He is a slow, steady moving being, yes. But notice as he walks, he is like, these pentacles are like literally just being sown in his footsteps. He's walking and these seeds are they're literally like planting themselves in the ground behind him as he walks, you know. And that's where you need to be right now, my sweets. You know, you need to take yourself out of that trapped reflection and see that as you move forward and as you heal and as you know, keep striving to be that better person day after day. And I mean, not every day is going to be easy, and not every, how do I say that? You're not going to make the right moves every time. Every journey is not going to be flawless by any means. But by showing up every day like this Knight of Pentacles, you are really committing yourself to putting the work in, you know, going the long haul. It's not going to be a fast-paced race by any means. It's going to be slow and steady. But by showing up every day and by putting that work in to heal yourself and make sure that those negative energies are not staying in here, by making sure you address them and you pull them forward, you are going to be moving forward. And thank goodness you are moving forward to this Queen of Wands. Because baby, she is powerful. Look at that creative staff she's got going up here, right? This is everything that she is like, she has learned. Imagine that staff is just like, you know, it's the knowledge, it's the rod of everything that she's been through, and it's all kind of in that staff. And she's holding it, and she's heisting it like high above her head, because she's like, yes, this is what I've been through. This is where I've come from. And this right here, this glowing ball of beautifulness, this is what I'm manifesting in my life. This is where I'm going from here. You know, these queens and your kings are very balanced, right? Like those are individuals who have like come, how do I say that? Like kind of like full circle into themselves, but yet at the same time there's a reverse side to those. But these are all very upright, so we're not even going to bring the reverse side into this. But you know, sorry, we're just going to leave that because my mind is saying a gazillion things and I can't actually like get a clear thought out. So we're going to leave where I was going with those court cards, but we are going to go back to this Queen of Wands. You know, this lady is just, she's on fire, boo. She really is. And she has so much hope and so much power to manifest literally any aspect of her life. Wow, for a broken heart reading, I must say, I'm so proud of you for being so like dedicated to doing this right, dedicated to healing yourself properly. You know, you've got that Two of Wands and that Fool card and that Sun card, and you're dedicated to moving forward to the healing. And I love that. Oh, congratulations. You should be proud of yourself. That's a huge step. Okay, so we're going to pull from the Wild Unknown Tarot, and we're going to get some unknown factors to this broken heart situation that you have right now. Okay, so the first one that you pulled was the Three of Swords. And I mean, this is a broken, this is a broken heart reading. So the Three of Swords was bound to come out at one point. This is pain and despair in all the ways that you can possibly imagine. Look at these red life strings that are wrapped around those swords. Now imagine these are, the strings to your heart, and they are literally just wrapped tightly and bound around these swords, and they are dripping. Ouch. On all levels, this hurts. This hurts a lot. This can be a breakdown in a family. This can be a breakdown in any sort of relationship. This Three of Swords is just painful, my friends. That is despair at its finest. But it was followed by the Mother of Cups, which is again this Queen of Cups. So this again is saying, call on your higher being, call on that higher self, call on that higher, that higher intuition inside of you, refocus, come back down, but rip, rip away those layers of the things that are repressing you here. Do not get stuck in the habits of keeping the negative energy. The Mother of Cups is like, baby, we're healing this. We're healing this. We're not holding this. We're healing this. And that is very important for you right now. You're enlightened. You are on the step to great, like the Six of Wands is after it, hun. Look at this beautiful butterfly coming from this darkness, and this butterfly is just like, I'm out. I see my new path. I see my way, and that is the way I'm going. Chariot's right behind that. Keep going, honey. Keep going. This is a divine, this is the spirit that is just saying, yeah, child, I gotcha. Just keep moving forward, keep showing up every day and keep being you, keep being passionate, keep being true to you, don't worry about the mistakes that are coming along, and that Five of Pentacles, that was at the end of it. So again, this is saying that there is hard times. Heartbreak is not easy, so there are going to be hard times, and whether that's emotional hard times, whether that's financial hard times, relationships can sometimes damn near break the bank, especially when they break down. you know? It's hard enough to get the funds rolling nowadays, you know? It's not easy to survive, and then you break down a relationship, especially if it's, you know, a relationship that two people were, you know, providing in a household, and now that household's fallen apart and these two people are now on their own. Okay, there's huge stressors with this Five of Pentacles, you know. This is financial hardship, you know, and that can really take you down even a notch or two even more, you know. On top of all this emotional baggage that you're dealing with, now you're dealing with the fact that, well, that's great, I'm broke. Like, you know, that sucks. But you need to remember that this is only temporary. Even those hardships, even those financial hardships, it's only temporary. And if you change your mindset and you change the way you're looking at that, and not look at it with such despair, but look at it as, Spirit's gotten me this far, I'm not just going to be left here. I'm where I'm supposed to be, you know, and change your mindset that way. Change your mindset from the fact that, okay, I'm not going to be able to make my, you know, I'm not going to be able to make the ends meet or pay the bills or whatever the case may be, to, okay, I'm here for a reason. I'm not going to fall on my face. Have faith. Have faith that it'll work out. I'm telling you, I am a person who, this card sometimes comes up more than I want it to, you know, and I'm just like, okay, I'm having faith. Somehow this is going to work. And it always does. You would think by this point that I would have it figured out, but I don't yet. Okay. So, the Two of Cups came out in reverse. And the High Priestess. This isn't really a relationship that I see coming back together anytime soon, sweets. So if that's kind of your hope, then we need to go back and we need to start digging as to why that's your hope. And we need to figure out maybe what you're attached to or what you're holding on to. Because relationships sometimes just fall apart, you know? Two good people sometimes just aren't meant to be together. And that's okay. You know, that's okay. You can't see the bigger, better, brighter picture, and that's not your fault at all. That's just our being a human. We can only see so much. We do not have the vast divine plan that is, you know, outlined out there, and you know, free will changes that every day. So there's no way that you could ever be up to date on it. So anyway, I'm getting sidetracked again. This Two of Cups, you know, it's okay. It's okay for things to break down, you know. Relationships end, and they are tough, but they are not the end of your world. There's still so much more to that life, and I really feel like you know that. I don't feel like I actually have to get into that conversation, because I really feel that you know this. You know that this wasn't maybe where you needed to be. You know, long run. I mean, the High Priestess, sorry, I'm diddle-daddling with this card, and it was behind that Two of Cups. So this High Priestess, you are well aware, whether or not you're maybe still fighting this, your intuition is telling you, you know that this is no longer for you. And, you know, sometimes that can be because we just grow, you know, as human beings. There are people who are ready to expand and really, you know, focus on who they want to be as an actual, you know, human being, an intuitive human being. And that doesn't mean, you know, being a medium or a psychic or a tarot card reader. Like, no, that's not what I'm saying. But just to kind of like have that base level, like, this is my higher purpose, and, you know, this is what I'm here to do. This is my calling for things, you know. And sometimes in relationships, there's the fact that, you know, we've grown so much as individuals that they do break down sometimes. Sometimes one partner grows and the other one doesn't. Or, you know, you grow, but you grow in two separate directions, and that's okay. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. You're not broken, you know, you're not no good at this or whatever the case may be. That's just life. So, is there any last messages Any last unknown factors here, Spirit, for the collective on this broken heart? Any last unknown factors? Three of Pentacles. All right, you are at the base. You are at the base of this mountain and you are starting to build her up, you know? Find your people. Find your people, find your community, find that base, honey. Find that connection. Find that triangle of strength, you know, that is going to keep moving you towards this mountain. Because sometimes life feels like a mountain. So it really does, you know. But moving towards that mountain, starting that journey, your Nine of Cups, you know, this is emotional happiness. And the Three of Cups is right behind that. You know, this is good fellowship. It really is. This is positiveness. This is community. This is, you know, this can be friends. This can be family. This can be a new lover. You never really know. I mean, you know, sometimes people in Heart Earth are like, I don't even want to hear about another lover. Don't even bring that into the picture right now. That's okay. Because you know what? The most important thing to deal with after heartbreak is you. And if you just keep going out and you just are like, oh, I'm heartbroken and I'm going to stick that shit inside me and I'm going to put a lid on it and I'm going to cork it in there and I'm going to go find me my next, you know, my next lover, my next soulmate, my next whatever the case may be. That's not going to happen. Well, it's not that it's not going to happen, but it's not going to, you can't go forward until you deal with the negative emotions that you're carrying. You know, you just can't keep going forward carrying all these negative emotions and not dealing with them, not healing them. That just drags more baggage, love. And that's not what we're doing. We're healing. Remember? 2020, year of healing. Okay, so behind that Three of Cups was this Ten of Wands. You know, and this Ten of Wands can just be complete burdens, complete, you know, just unsure kind of what to do. It's just like, it's the end, you know, it's the whole completion of the whole thing, and it's just like, it's kind of what I'm getting from that right now. But the Judgment card is right behind that. So this is letting, you know, this is letting it go. This is things that are no longer serving you any purpose, no longer are going to, you know, bring you any happiness or, you know, or any growth going forward. This is just stuff that this is where it ends, you know? These are your lessons, and this is where it just ends here. Because the Judgment card's behind that, honey. And the Judgment card, you know, that's really saying that, yes, like, it's, oh, it can be like, some other decks call it like your calling card or your journey card, or like, you know, this is the next step. This isn't something that you've just fabricated. This is a divine kind of ending. This is where you're supposed to be in your life. You know, this is a part of your journey. So let the healing take place and move on from here. You know, it's very much what I'm getting with that. Oh, duh. Because the Transformation card was behind that Judgment card. Well, the Death card. And the Death card is a death to the old and a birth to the new. That is a transformation. Okay. We're not going to dig too much. I love bottoms of the decks. And I'll probably say that in almost every single one of my readings, because every single time I do a reading, I am just like, what? Wow. How did that even? You know, but the Hierophant was behind that transformation. So this could be a brand new spiritual outlook for you. Whether or not you're religious, I'm not preaching any sort of religion down anybody's throat. But the need to move forward and the need to like find a purpose. If you're watching tarot videos, chances are that there is some sort of calling in your life that you are searching for that answer. You know, you're looking for that enlightenment, those, those answers to your questions. And the Hierophant's just saying, whether or not it's an actual, religious teacher, or whether it's not, it's, it's spiritual YouTube videos, it's just, there's a connection here. There's a transformation here that is saying, really pay attention, I think, or to that spiritual side kind of your life. That's a connection that that I think is important for you to, kind of be focusing on, especially after a transformation like that. It's so important that after we go through transformations, that we're not just kind of, you go through a transformation, you're feeling all new and raw and fresh at the end, and then you don't really have anything to go off of. It's good to connect to something. It's good to believe in something. It's good to have faith in something. And as I said, I'm not going to preach what you should have faith in. I'm not. That's for everybody to decide on their own. But have faith in something. It's healing to have faith in something. So, indecision fell out while I was shuffling here. And I mean, with broken hearts, we all have indecision, right? There can be the indecision of, okay, where do I go from here? Or, is this really done? Is this really what I want? So much indecision. So, and the envy and the thinking man, they flip themselves over. So this is counting your blessings. This woman, she's holding this little orb up here, and she's holding this, like, that whole silver platter of, like, little, I don't even know, gold balls, I don't know what it looks like. But she's looking out into the city. And what this card is really saying is, I mean, it's called envy, but what it's saying is count your blessings. Don't go and be looking out at everybody else's stuff and being like, oh, I wish I had that. No, I wish I had that. Because by wishing that other people have it, you are just bringing it to them. You are totally, the law of attraction does not, it does not hear you say, oh, I wish. I wish. It says, when you say, I wish I had something like they do, they get it. You need to be much more clear, and by being clear about your wishes, and not really, wishes sounds, by being clear, I guess, about, how do I say that without, it is wishes, but that sounds selfish. Maybe it's not even so much wishes here. Maybe this one is more or less, I'm really feeling that this is, don't worry about what other people have. Just count your blessings. Count your blessings. Be happy with what you have. And that's not just in worldly things. That's in, where you are as a human on the inside. What you stand for and the things that you hold dear to you. Don't go and worry about what your neighbor has or what anybody else has out there. Just focus on what you have right now and be grateful for that. Because by being grateful for the things that you have, you are calling more of those great things in. By being envious of other people, you are not. You are totally just screwing yourself over, really, for getting any of those, other things. And the thinking man, he came out after this envy card. And he's looking at that little glowing orby thing that he's got in his hand. Oh, it's like it's a glass crystals, or it's crystals of some sort that he's, paying attention to. And this is saying, I think especially after this envy card, it's really saying, pay attention to what you do have. Appreciate what you do have. Especially after this indecision, right? You're especially, you're indecisive of where you're going, or you've got all of these, okay, what about this and what about this? And it's just saying, be thankful for where you are. Don't be envious. Think about all these wonderful things you have. A man holding a coin. So, this could be a once again a new. This man holding a coin, if this is a marital breakdown or anything of the sort in which money dealings, are going on, this man holding a coin could be an advisor of some sort. This could be a friend, a family member, somebody who's going to help you and advise you through, through the next financial steps of this relationship breakdown and this heartbreak. Could be a rich man coming in too as a new lover. That'd be sweet. But again, we're healing ourselves before we go and find Prince Charming with all of his holding coins, okay? All right. Is there any last messages from the energy oracle deck? Thank you, Spirit. The angel of love. All right. She speaks for herself. This is love to yourself. This is love to the situation. This is just pumping out the love. Okay? Everything, there is no need for jealousy. There is no need for anger. There is no need for any nastiness. Because in an honest breakdown of a relationship, when two people can just decide that, look, you and I, there is just something that is not compatible. And where you see your life going and where I see my life going, there are just things here that we're not going to go forward with. But you can do this in love. This doesn't have to be a fight, This doesn't, relationship breakdowns, no matter whether they're romantic or no matter what the case may be, they don't have to be nasty. People can just, love yourself enough that you can be like, okay, but this doesn't serve me. This doesn't serve me or my higher purpose or where I want to go in life. So I am okay with knowing that this is not for me. I am okay with knowing that this cannot be for this other person either. Because if it's not for me, how is it right for them, right? Like one person, it's not right for one person and wrong for the next. And okay, yes, sometimes there's, one person who's still like, okay, but I really see it going this way. And the other person's like, yeah, I really don't. Okay, yes, that happens. I mean, it's not black and white, guys. But I'm saying as far as breakdowns go, there definitely doesn't have to be the fight. There can be so much love just put forward. And not that you have to love that person, don't come at me and be like, Alyssa, that guy was a total asshole. There's no way I'm showing him any love. No, you're right. Okay, maybe he doesn't deserve to be shown love, but you deserve to be shown love. And the only way that you get shown love is by putting love out there, because that is the law of attraction. And if you don't know what that is, then you need to be going and watching a law of attraction video and reading some books. Because by putting anything out there, then something that you want in return, you're harming yourself. And you're disillusioning yourself, really. So the fourth chakra was at the bottom of that. That's your heart chakra. Broken heart was behind that. Okay? Honey, I know your heart hurts. I do. I get that. Okay, so this door to romance was followed by rest and rejuvenation. So don't just go jump into something. That's not where you're going to find your healing, because you're attached to that, this door to romance, or you're attached to you have this attachment to this door of romance. And don't just go, like I've said before a couple times, I think, don't just go throw yourself into the next thing because, you're afraid to deal with what needs to be done, or you're afraid to be on your own, or whatever the case may be. You have separation anxiety. The list goes on and on and on. It does. But until you actually really deal with what's in the side of your heart, of your soul, till you really figure out what you're repressing, those negative energies are just being stored inside you and you're just carrying them with you, honey. You really are. They're not going anywhere. Okay, so 2 more to go, guys. All right, we are going to pull some angel cards. Angels, are there any messages that you have for the collective of this broken heart? Any messages for the collective? Healthy lifestyles. Oh, this is so important, especially after heartbreak, because I find, everyone's like, oh, what's your diet plan? I broke up with my boyfriend. Yeah, that's not okay. This is saying eat a healthy, full diet, get adequate sleep, and exercise regularly for optimal health. Take care of yourself, okay? Just because your heart is falling apart, do not forget to take care of yourself. If you are not taking care of yourself, you're not, eating properly, you're not sleeping properly, your mind is not going to be functioning properly, and you need a properly functioning mind to deal with hurt. You really do. Okay. Indigo and crystal children. You have a bond with children. In particular, you can help children who are sensitive. So if this is a divorce or if this is a breakdown and there are children involved, you keep them in mind, right? You have the ability to help these children. You are in a place where, whether you are the mom, maybe you're the parent, maybe you're the dad, not gender specific. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to do that either. But if there are children involved here, you have the power to communicate. Maybe there's children, maybe you're the third party, right? And you've broken from a relationship and there's children, involved on this side that you're leaving, right? And that's painful, that really is. The next one was spread your wings. Do not hold back right now. The timing is perfect. You are ready to soar, okay? So don't be afraid, hon. Don't be afraid to just open your wings and just get going. Get out there. Gifts from God. We angels are bringing you gifts from your Creator. Open your arms to receive. So I know that, breakdowns, broken hearts, whatever the case may be, they are tough. They are tough and they're not always, something that you're like, you see the end of. And it's here, your enlightenment is here and you are going to find the peace in that. Patience is the last one. It was the bottom of the deck one, so I was going to read it anyway. Your dreams are blooming more rapidly than you realize. Still, they need nurturing and patience. So whether this is, the healing that you want to see coming from this, or this is the next step to, where you're going, whether it's a new job or a new house, a new city, a new town, a new country, whatever the case may be, be patient. Everything that, you are wanting to manifest, it's coming, but it does take patience for those things to happen, right? It does take patience for that to come. All right. So this is our last deck, and this is from the Good Tarot. So I'm actually going to just read these affirmations right from the book because I absolutely love them. You pulled 3, 7 of Air, the Love, and the King of Fire. That's King of Wands. That's the second time you pulled this. So once again, this could be you. You could be an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius. This very well could be you. And if not, once again, it could just be, the characteristics of that King of Wands. Sorry, guys. I got distracted here. Okay. 7 of Air. Now is the time for me to live my life on my own terms. So I must find the courage to reject conformity. Listen to my yearning for independence is key to breaking free of group thinking and attending to my own needs. Diplomacy with others can help me be true to my call, to do what I know I must do for myself. Independence, nonconformity, living life on one's own terms without people pleasing. Maybe you've been too much of a people pleaser. Maybe this is a relationship that you people pleased for too long, and you stuck it out because you just kept thinking, oh, I just got to make this work, you know? Maybe there was other kids, you know, somebody else's kids involved, and you thought, oh, for the sake of these children, I need to make this work. No, that's not how that works, hon. It's not selfish to live life on your own terms, and I know this because this is something that I myself have also struggled with very personally. So, the second card that came out of that was the love card. And the affirmation for this is all of life, there is only the illusion of separation. In fact, we are all reflections of one another. When I make choices, I tend to see things as either or. What if every choice I make is about the experience, a sharing, or an exploring? When I choose to see the unity in all things, magic abounds. Love is all around me. Spirit loves me unconditionally, and I can give and receive abundant love. This King of Fire. When I am aligned with Spirit, I am a powerful leader who inspires others. My mastery benefits others as I teach them, directly at times and indirectly at others, modeling what they might aspire to. How can I be confident in my own abilities and vision without becoming rigid or closed off to new ideas? That was that King of Fire. So, this was a reading based off of a broken heart, and all I can see is you are such a strong individual. You really are. And your direction to where you are going from here, it's admirable. And I'm so proud of you for taking that higher road. I'm so proud of you for, you know, the 7 of air, for standing up for yourself, you know, for deciding not to people please anymore and to go on the journey for you, you know, to handle things with love and not with anger. Be patient, you know, spread your wings. Now is your time. I think that is all for today. Thank you very much. If you could like this, or if you would like to share this, comments, they will be wonderful. I would love to read them. I think that's all. Take care of yourself and be gentle with your soul. All right, beautiful friends. Till next time. Bye now.